comic, come to the stage. Get it going for Noah Miller, everybody!
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Also, married, it could happen to you, okay? Might even be likely. I like being married, actually. I think getting married is what sucks. Like the average cost of a wedding is like $40,000. And I think weddings are fun. I just don't think they're $40,000 worth of fun. Right, if my buddy called me up, he's like, dude, I'm throwing a party, I'm dropping 40 grand on it. Do you want to come? I'd be like, 40 grand? Yeah, man, that's going to be a crazy party. He'd be like, it is going to be crazy. We do have to go to church first, though. Yeah, and honestly, most of that money we're just going to spend on the food. I'm like, oh, no, I'll just eat before I get there. He's like, no, it's going to be chicken or fish. You got to tell me 4 months in advance, all right? That's how this party works. I think the funniest part of the wedding, though, is the end of the ceremony. Because you have to kiss. That's still the thing that seals the deal, guys. They treat kissing like you've never done it before. It's hysterical. It's very childish. It's like, nah, you two aren't married until you kiss each other. It's like, really? You know, she's like blown me before, right? I mean, what are we doing here, you know? We're past this. I used to live in West Virginia, okay? And a lot of brides at those weddings are pregnant. And yeah, and they make them kiss at the end. It's like, yeah, they're past this, aren't they? You know? Do we know how this works? I guess not. I'm married. My wife speaks Spanish. That's her first language. Her second language is English. My first language is English, and that's my final language too. Unfortunately for us, I would like to learn Spanish. I mean, I would like to talk to her in her first language, and I also think that she has been talking shit about me. So I kind of want to know. It would be useful. It would be useful to know what she says during sex as well, right? Yeah. Something about Javier. I don't know what that translates to. Exactly. Yeah. I put it in a Google Translate. It's like Javier means Javier. It's like, what the hell is that, Google? What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. It's tough for me to learn because like it's her reactionary language. That's like Spanish is my wife's reactionary language. It's usually what she speaks when she's mad at me, you know? I don't actually want to hear Spanish, to be honest with you. I don't even watch the World Cup anymore, you know what I mean? Like, people talk about what their love language is. I've decided that mine is English, okay? So, use that. I hear one word from my wife in Spanish and I know she's upset with me. Seriously, sometimes that's just the word no. I can see what you guys are thinking. Isn't that word the same in both languages? And that's true, but she'll say it different, right? She'll be like, no, McDowell's in Spanish. Okay. She had a little accent on that one, you know? Just spice it up for me. And I used to have a different job. I used to fly helicopters for a living. That's true. Well, here's the thing. I try to come up on stage and I try to make jokes about that, but it's very difficult for me to do because it's so fucking cool. You know what I mean? But you guys don't got to worry about that. That's my problem. Listen, I shouldn't brag. I was not a good pilot. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing it now. You know, like this is true. I was doing comedy in my off time while I was still flying. Like when you're supposed to be studying, I was doing stand-up comedy. If you're a passenger, you don't want to know that. Yeah? You don't want your pilot to have side hustles, you know what I mean? They don't need other hopes and dreams. If you're a passenger, you're like, could you make landing your dream, actually? That'd be a good dream for us, to be honest. I was flying commercially the other day, and they made that announcement. They're like, if there's a doctor on board, please ring your call button. And that's a very scary thing. Everybody's first thought should be, man, I hope whoever that's for is okay. But what most of us are actually thinking is, man, I hope they don't land this plane in the wrong city. Yeah, I'm not trying to travel more today. You know, I think that would be a conflict of interest, right? Like if you're a passenger on that plane, but you're also a doctor. Yeah, they come up to you, they're like, Doc, this person's pretty sick. You know, what do you think? Should we divert to Cincinnati? get him to a hospital a little bit sooner, and that doctor's got to be like, well, medically speaking, I think we should try to make our connection in Chicago, actually. That's how I would like to settle this. Exciting time for me. I celebrated a birthday recently, so that's pretty cool for me. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. It was Jesus's. Yeah. Thank you. Big Christmas. He turned 2023. You guys believe it? As what do you get the man who has everything? You know, I don't know. I was raised Catholic. I'm not anymore. I didn't really like it, and it's not the reason you're thinking. Okay. No, it's not that. There's other reasons to not like Catholicism, okay? I was just bored, all right? I was forced to go to church every Sunday of my life for 18 years in a row. It's just bored out of my mind, Sunday after Sunday. Sometimes I would sit in church like wishing somebody would touch me. You know what I mean? Like, that's the level that I got to. But we're having more fun now. Hey, you guys have been fantastic. Give it up for your host, everybody.